Welcome back. And this story is developing tonight. Oregon Governor Kotek announcing a change to the controversial Wildfire Hazard Map. It splits the state into 3 categories based on wildfire risk.
Some homeowners in rural high-risk areas fear the map could force them off their property. Katu's Vasily Varlamos is in Salem with more on what this change means.
Oregon's Wildfire Hazard Map, taking effect earlier this year, establishes stricter building and fire hardening codes for areas at higher risk of wildfires. Those in high-risk areas are concerned that the map will severely hurt property values. Some fear fines if property owners fail to meet the new codes required by the map. The map cannot impact insurance rates under Oregon law. Republicans say this map must be repealed.
It is unfair to place the burden of fuel reduction and wildfire mitigation solely on private property owners, while our state and federal governments fail to steward our forests and public lands adequately.
Governor Kotek announcing Monday that map appeals will be accepted through the March 10th deadline. However, appeals will not be sent to the Office of Administrative Hearings until after the legislative session ends. This gives lawmakers time to rethink the map's impacts and evaluate the situation. Senator Jeff Golden says he gets the frustration of those impacted by the map.
People are understandably upset, don't know what to do, and really believe that their homes are at stake.
Golden says he knew there would need to be course correction down the road, adding he does not expect the map to be redrawn.
I think it's much more likely that we'll change the bill so it doesn't have a hazard map like this and those designations go away. That's much more likely than going back and drawing a new map.
Lawmakers will now attempt to make changes to the bill that created this wildfire map. If no changes are made this session, ODF will make changes to the map based on the appeals sent. In Salem, I'm Vasily Varlamos.
New at 5, a K2 News exclusive.
I sat down with Oregon Governor Kotek for a one-on-one interview on the issues that matter to you, and that includes increasingly concerning wildfire seasons. Take a listen. I want to talk about wildfires, of course. We all watched what happened in California recently. And as you were watching that unfold, did you think that could happen in my state? And to a certain extent has at one point. Tell me what's going on to make this state better prepared for a fire like that.
Well, I think we all had a remembrance of 2020, the Labor Day wildfires. If you remember how the fires burned through Talent down in Southern Oregon, it just wiped out thousands of homes. It can happen here, and we had our most expensive fire season last year. We didn't lose a lot of properties. We lost a couple lives, but it was very expensive, $350 million for that fire season. Couple things. We have to help our communities be more resilient. I want to see ongoing regular funding that helps communities prepare, harden their homes, their neighborhoods to prepare for these types of things. More work on making our forests more resilient, cleaning up the fuel on the ground that is causing some of these fires. Having the money to fight the fires, that we don't have to go beg and steal from the federal government. We need to have our own resources to fight the fires. My message to the legislature is you need regular ongoing funding. I call for it in my budget. There's a funding work group working on it. We need sustainable funding for fire. It is the new normal. This will happen here. We have to be prepared, because what I've seen with my own eyes, when a community is prepared and have done some of the preparation work to make fire less prone to their landscape, it works. We have to support communities to do that.
And that's a bipartisan effort, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely
bipartisan. When it comes to wildfires?
Yes.
No pushback.
I like bipartisan issues. Nonpartisan issues in my mind. Wildfires a nonpartisan issue. Housing a nonpartisan issue. Behavioral health. We all agree on those things, which is why I spend most of my time talking about those things, because what Oregonians want right now are solutions to the problems we all think are there. Let's just work on those things.
And we'll be sharing clips of my interview with Governor Kotek throughout the week. That's right here on K2 News.